going to show you how I got this perfect red lip. This is my go-to formula. It will look good on anybody that tries it, any skin complexion. This is like the most simple, foolproof. It doesn't take much, very easy. You can do it. Stay tuned if you want to see how I do it. I used to really think red didn't look good on me until I found out how to actually do it properly for me. I'm starting off with a deep liner. This one is from Wet n Wild, and I like it because it's literally $1. You can find it probably in a drugstore, and it lasts. I use it when I'm doing my brown liner and clear gloss. I use it for my red, so it's my go-to liner. Ooh. Ooh. I can't even tell you what shade it is, but I know it when I see it. Probably the darkest brown that they have. I line my lips first. I have always done this where I always try to give my lips a little bit of shape. So I kind of pronounce a peak a little bit more than it actually is there for me. Alright, so the brown liner's on. Now I have the next thing. This is Colourpop LAX. I used it in high school when Colourpop was like a really big thing. And then recently, like a couple months ago, I was like, do they still sell LAX? So I was in my Target, I picked it up, and I was like, oh my god, there's like a whole Colourpop stand in Target. So I was like, well, let me go grab it because that's a deep enough red that will allow for an ombre effect. I like LAX, first of all, when I was in high school and could barely do my makeup. I used to just put this on my lips flat, no liner, no nothing, which is crazy to think about. I have pictures, which, oh my god, it's so embarrassing. But anyway, so I like to use the Colourpop LAX because it's a deep enough color. Like my red's matte, I think that's what looks best in my opinion on me. I also like the ombre effect, which is what I'm doing today, which I feel like is my secret formula for my perfect red. And I think that it looks good on just about everybody, so probably your perfect red. All right, so this is LAX. Like I said, a nice deep burgundy. I put this right above the liner a little bit because we're going to blend everything together at the end. Try to stay in the guise of the lip liner as much as possible. Sometimes it's a little over, but just follow the liner that you just set. Other thing I really try to do is color in the corners. It doesn't have to be even or perfect or anything because like I said, it's all going to blend together. I just try to color in just enough, just leave like a little bit in the middle open so the brighter red can go there. My head is big. Alright, so we got the Colourpop on. Last but not least is the bright red. So this one is a NARS red. It's another liquid matte lipstick. It's in the color Don't Stop. Like I said, this whole like trying to find a red journey has been a long time coming because I would think that it was the shade of red that was not fitting me, but whole time I just needed a little bit more dimension. But I was still like searching and looking around for a perfect red for me. I came across this red. I love this lipstick. This is still my first one and I'm gonna definitely repurchase it when I run out. But yeah, it wasn't even the red. I mean, now that I know, it wasn't the red that was the problem, it was the technique. So anyway, here's this red. It's nice and bright enough for me. I like it. I try to let this dry down as much as possible before I apply the last thing, and then let that dry down, and then I blend it. I'm going in with the NARS red, and I just focus it in the center. Okay. Another thing I do to make sure I really covered everything. You see how like the Colourpop, I didn't go in enough on my lips, so I'm gonna go back in with the Colourpop. Trust the process. I promise it's gonna look good by the time I'm done. Okay, all of the lipstick is done and dried down. The first way I blend, there's like a couple different things. Of course, do the average, like I put my lips together, and then I also will go in like with my ring finger. I just like the ring finger because I guess it's like the most gentle, like it's gentle. I don't know if that makes sense. But I just always go with my ring finger and I just dab on my lips just like this. With the ombre look, you want it to be a seamless, you know, gradient. don't know how this got there, but I just wipe this off at the end. Once it's blended to my liking, the last thing I do is I go in with, I usually use the angled brush, but I mean the angled or the rounded brush, it doesn't really matter, either one. I'll go in with a brush, whatever you like, and conceal around my lips, because one thing I love is a clean red lip. Like when it's very sharp, like it's not bleeding onto your, like below your lip or nothing like that. Oh my God, I hate that look. I'll go in with my foundation. This is a NARS foundation, that's what I use. This one is just about empty. I repurchased it, but I kept this one for little things like this, like if I want to conceal my lips or if I want to conceal over my brows. The little bit of excess that's in here gets the job done. So I'm literally using this till it runs out, but I have a full bottle in my makeup bag still. So I just grab just a tiny bit, literally. I'll go just around, especially the bottom lip side. Here. I want it to be perfect, so I'm gonna just go in, conceal it, and then blend it out, and then we're done. All right, and just like that, we have the perfect red lip. This is like one of my favorite lips. One thing I love about red is it just gives the illusion that your teeth are so much brighter. I used to not like red, but it's really because I didn't know how to do it correctly. That's really what it was. I didn't know how to do it for me. Smiling, it just looks so much better when you have a red on like that. So like I said, my go-to formula, this is the only way I do my red. If I want more of a brighter red, I'll leave a lot more space in the center to add more of the NARS. If I want a darker red, I'll add more of the Colourpop and leave a little less space in the center. Sometimes I forego the liner. Sometimes I don't do the liner, I just do the dark Colourpop and then the red in the middle. So it just depends on my vibe, but at the end of the day, this is my formula. I think that it works for everybody. I think that this is like a safe thing that anybody of any complexion can do, and it will look amazing. So that's all I have for today. Thank you for tuning in, and if you like this video, subscribe. Bye.